Tonight we're going to make pumpkin chocolate chip muffins. Let's start with our pumpkin. This is 1 3/4 cups, which turns out to be a can actually. Then we have a 1/2 cup of oil, any kind of neutral oil, like this is vegetable oil, but you could use avocado or any of the almost no flavor oils. This is a 1/4 cup of sour cream. There was a time not too long ago I had looked at you funny if you suggested I was going to use sour cream in anything I cook. Turns out I would have been wrong. 1/2 cup of firmly packed brown sugar, 2/3 cup of granulated sugar, 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 2 eggs. We're going to break the yolks on them and dump them in. We're not even going to use a power mixer tonight. We're going to use a whisk. And we're going to whisk it until it's smooth. And that sure didn't take very long. Now in this other bowl over here, we're going to put 1 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour, a rounded teaspoon of nutmeg, cinnamon, and ground ginger, 1/2 teaspoon of table salt, 2 teaspoons of powdered baking powder, and 3/4 teaspoon of baking soda. And we're going to whisk those together. And then, last but not least, we're going to bring this back and put our dry ingredients in with the wet ingredients. I'm going to put some of it in. Stir it around a little bit. I don't think I've ever made chocolate chip pumpkin anything, so this will be a new experience. Well, one thing you don't want to do is overmix it, which is why we're not using a mixer. We're just doing it by hand. We're going to mix it until all the flour is mixed, and then that's it. Go all the way to the bottom of the bowl so that you can make sure it's all mixed in. That's it. I don't see any deposits of flour anywhere. So we'll make sure there's none in our spoon. Give it 1 or 2 quick little whisks just to make absolutely sure. And then everybody's favorite step, 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. These are semi-sweet. And we just mix it until those are evenly distributed. This is supposed to make 12 muffins. Let's see how much of a mess I can make. And trust me, I can make a mess. Now I still have quite a bit of mix here. Let's see if we got 4 muffins. Yes. Let's see if we have 4 muffins worth. I'll bet we do. Okay, I've actually got 17 muffins. Now, they're going in the oven at 2 different temperatures. They're going in to start in at 425. They're going to bake there for 9 minutes. And then after the 9 minutes up, we will turn the heat down without opening the oven door. We're going to turn the heat down to 350 degrees. Okay, the muffins are all done. They came out of the oven about 6 minutes ago, and I left them in the pan to cool. And now we're going to move them to the cooling rack, and they're going to sit here on the cooling rack until they are completely. And this one right here is looking to be tasted. They're kind of warm still, but I'll brave it. I expected a little more spice, but they're certainly good. I think the spice is overcome a little bit by the semi-sweet chocolate chips. But as I said, they're very, very good. I've made lots of muffins before. Check this one out.